Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing well. Today I just wanted to film a simple get ready with me video, and I wanted to chat about topics that have been on my mind, that have been on the old noggin recently. We're gonna be talking about dating and how horrendous it is. We're gonna be reading some Bumble messages, some insane Bumble messages that I've received in my life. You receive certain messages and you're like, who the hell raised you? Who raised you? And please tell me that they're in jail. Let's begin. So I typically start with moisturizer. I'm going to be using this oil by the Glow Lab. It's like a vitamin C serum or something. All the girlies are saying that I should be using it, so I'm using it. Y'all be honest. Is my forehead big? The other day I looked up prices for forehead reduction surgery. Because I'm pretty sure in the surgery they just pull your skin forward, so I didn't think it would be some ridiculous price. But it was 10 grand. 10 freaking grand. So next thing I like to do is gel my eyebrows, and I use Got To Be Glue gel. Anyways, let's just dive straight into the feral world that is dating in Australia. I did not plan on speaking about this in this video, but I thought I was clingy, and maybe I was at a certain point. I have recently realized that I have an anxious attachment style, right? I get anxiously attached because emotional support was like not something I got a lot as a kid, which is like totally fine. I've come to terms with it. Growing up, I didn't feel like showing my emotions I didn't think that was like a thing people did. I didn't do it. I didn't know that that was like a normal thing to do just because of the way that I grew up. I wasn't very outwardly emotional, and I feel like as a result, I have developed an anxious attachment style. So whenever I do date and I realize that I like the person, I kind of get really anxious. I'm like, oh, they left me on red. Like, what are they doing? Do they like me? Why don't they want to hang out with me? I invited them to do this. Why did they say no? Anyways, I'm not gonna go too deeply into it, but if you want to Google like the different attachment styles, go ahead. So I had only like recently realized that that is my type of attachment style, because I've only really been in the dating pool for like a year, because before that I was in a almost 3-year-long relationship, and before that the idea of dating was not appealing to me at all. And honestly, I'm gonna be real with you, I want to get back to that mindset, but having been in such a long relationship, I was like, oh my god, it's so nice for once to receive like emotional support in life. It's nice to be loved, and it's nice to be supported. It's nice to feel like there will always be someone there for you, but it's not a life's necessity to the point where you need to let it make you super, super anxious. So I realized that dating was making me very anxious, and I took steps to like step back from that and really get emotional validation and love from within. Oh my god, that sounded so good. Like, should I write a book? I'm kidding. But yeah, so I'm working on that. Anyways, where I was going with that was I started dating this guy, and he is so clingy. I didn't realize that there were men like that. Like, this man is like very, 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 very pretty. I think that's why it took me a while to realize that, oh no, like he's really clingy and like he wants to hang out all the time, and I'm just like, bro. Like, I've realized that a lot of the time when it's time to end our dates, the few that we had, I would have to be like very assertive and very aggressive to be like, no, like I need to leave, and he'd kind of be really pouty about it. I'm sure he will find his girl one day that likes his clinginess, but it's just not for me. Oh my god, that reminds me of another guy I was dating. He wasn't clingy, he was just like really weird, and he was like a doctor, and we'd go to like really nice restaurants when we'd go out on dates, and he would always be offering to buy me shit. I'm just like relax. I hate it when guys do that. If it were a boyfriend, a partner, it's fine. I met you a week ago. Why are you offering to buy me things that are insanely expensive? That's weird. That is weird. I don't know you. And I know that may come across as like, Shalom, just accept your blessings. No. See, it's all about the way that they say it, because I get the vibe that like they want to buy me stuff, so they have me under their thumb. I would like to think that I'm a very independent person. I don't let people, especially men, talk to me anyhow, and I feel like even from a first date, every first date that I have, that comes across really well. So I feel like a lot of men who are like very misogynistic, they mask it, and then they go the further step by being like, oh, let me buy you this, let me buy you that, let me do this for you. I don't need your money. Leave me alone. The only way that I would accept money from a man that isn't in my family is if you send me the money and you leave me alone. Send me money and don't talk to me ever. Don't talk to me ever again. But it's so crazy because like a lot of men use that to manipulate women. It's so messed up. And they'll be the same ones that are saying, oh, why do women expect men to do this and that's that? Pipe, you suggested it. Please be serious. Anyways, this guy that I was just talking about, that's a doctor. Ooh, wrong brush. This guy that I was talking about, he royally pissed me off, right? So we were at this restaurant and he randomly started talking about how, oh, women are so much more immature these days than they were in my mom's age. And I was like, how would you know that? You weren't alive when your mom was like in her mid-20s like me. I'm in my mid-20s. Oh! I was literally 14 2 days ago. Now I'm 24. I'm sorry. What is going on? Please. Anyways, he started talking about how, oh, women are more immature. And I said women back then could like literally not do anything. Like we couldn't vote. We couldn't go to school. Oh, more or less. At my age, I have 2 degrees when if I was born 40, 50 years ago, I would just, what would I have to show for my life? 2 children, the ability to breastfeed, like, which obviously is not a bad thing, but I worked really hard to get through school. And I have a bachelor's and a master's degree. And he just like, he was like, oh, so you think you're more mature because you went through school as opposed to a woman who has to give birth to a child. I'm like, those are two, like you can't compare the two. What is the goal of saying, oh, women are more immature these days? Like, unless you plan on building a time machine, like just shut up. Well, because we don't feel like we have to be forced into motherhood and being a wife and blah, blah, blah. Like women now have autonomy and the choice to do whatever they want. Now you think they're immature. Now you like, why do you have an issue with that? And it's like, at the end of the day, that's totally fine. Go find yourself a woman that, you know, wants to bear kids and wants to be a housewife, and that's it. That is totally amazing. Being a housewife or house husband, no joke. That's like 100 jobs rolled into one. That is no joke at all. They may be more mature than me. Go find them and stop complaining to me because it's literally just giving misogyny. Like, why are you mad that women have autonomy now? Why? Anyways, once he started spitting this insanely stupid rhetoric, I was like, oh, baby, I am never gonna see you again. We're not linking up again. You know, you've been there. So once he started like going off, I was just smiling and being like, I can't believe I'm here right now. This is so ridiculous. And he was like, why are you being like that? Why are you laughing? I was like, oh, this is bullshit. Like when you were literally spouting bullshit. I was like, why are you saying that? And I thought we were having like cause I was like smiling and laughing the whole time and he was just going off. And I thought we were having like a friendly, but like a little like spicy discussion. Like I was not taking it very seriously. I was laughing because I was like, you're not gonna change my mind. I'm not gonna change your mind. So like, I'm not gonna argue with you. He was the one doing most of the arguing. My neighbor's cat. I wanna get a cat so bad. Anyways, I thought we were having like a little jokey, fun for him probably, moment. And then he just got really aggressive really quickly. He's like, why are you being like that? It's like, and it's like when you're having a calm conversation and all of a sudden someone just like begins to yell at you, it's scary, especially if that person is like 3-4 times your size. And I was gonna say significantly taller than me. He wasn't. He lied about his height on, I think I met him on Bumble, as they all do. He was not significantly taller than me, which is always funny. Ugh, I love that shit. Anyways. And he got really aggressive and it genuinely like scared the absolute living daylights out of me. And I got teary, but I didn't want him to see. So I was like, oh, I'm going to use the bathroom. I had a lump in my throat. I was feeling very emotional. I was like, why are people like this? Like, you don't need to be aggressive to get your point across. When I got back from the bathroom, I came back to sit down and I was like, are you calm? Have you calmed down? Cause men will always be the first to say, oh, women are so emotional, blah, 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 blah. But it's like, do you forget that anger is an emotion? Are you aware? Anyways, that was it. And I went home and I never saw that man again. Okay, here's the thing. I was ready to move past it, but the fact that he was like spouting all that BS, it really got to me, and things never really get to me. So I knew that, okay, this is something that I have to like get closure on. So I sent him a strongly worded Instagram DM and then I blocked him. I may put a screenshot of the text that I sent him on the screen because it's kind of feral. He is a horrible person, and I'm glad that I figured that out sooner rather than later. While we're sort of on the topic of Bumble, let me read to you some psychotic Bumble messages that I have received in my life. So I don't know if this is like an international thing. I don't know if every country is doing this, but Bumble recently introduced compliments. So if a guy wants to stand out a little bit while he's swiping, he can make a compliment on your profile, blah, 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 blah. I get a lot of compliments from like old men. You know how old people get a phone and they text the way that you're supposed to email? I've been getting a lot of those. So I got a compliment from this man being like, I definitely would so support you. What does that mean? What do you mean by that? Are you suggesting that I'm a sugar baby? Listen, if you're gonna send me money and leave me alone, I'll accept it. This one is so mad. Please rock your fro for our tennis day. It's on a picture that I put on my profile with my hair out. But he spells fro, P-H-R-O? Sir? What does that mean? Okay, I'll read one more. I remember one was so weird. Ugh, what's with men calling women who are not white exotic? I hate being called exotic. Shut up. Someone asked me if they could be my slave. Hi cutie, can I be your pet slave? What is wrong with you? Okay, I can't find this one, but I took a screenshot of it ages ago, and he was like, oh, I love girls with melanin. Does the melanin girl like me? My name is on my profile, just say my name. Now, I am going to move to blush. I personally really like orange/red blush, but I don't have any, so I use a liquid lipstick by MAC and the Too Faced Light My Fire palette. I'll put all the details below, but this is the color that I use and this is the color lipstick that I use, and I think it looks really nice. The only reason I use both of these is because the blush doesn't stay on for very long and this does, so I kind of use the blush as a setting powder. Yeah, so my dating life is in the gutter, and do you know what? I'm slowly realizing that, not even slowly realizing, I'd come to the realization maybe like 2 months ago that I would be so happy being like 70 or like growing really old without having a partner, without being married, and just having a bunch of pets and like owning a farm or something, living in the country and just having my friends and my family and people that I love, because it's very natural to need company and like emotional support. Maybe not everyone's like this, but I feel like it's a very human need to be social, to want people there. Even if you have social anxiety or you are shy, there's still that innate human need to feel like you belong somewhere, to feel like people want to be around you. I'm also putting blush on my nose because I think it just adds a very cute sun-kissed look. But yeah, it's such an innate need. So I'm not saying, oh, like I want to be alone forever with just myself. Like, no, like I understand the need to have family and friends around you. And I understand like that's why dating and marriage is so ingrained in our society, because it's like we need people. We really do. We need people, and I understand that. But does it have to be a man? I don't think it does. I don't. So I have these like little beauty marks on my face and I like to highlight them. There's just 2 here, but I'm also gonna add a couple just around my face, just because I really like the look. It reminds me of SZA. There we go. How cute is that? I'm gonna put one here. And I also really like when girls have one like here. Actually, I'm gonna do that. It's cute. Ah! Society has conditioned men to think that we need them, and we don't. We don't. And obviously I can only speak for straight women, as I am a straight woman. Oh, time to take my meds. To be honest, women did need men back in the day, but it's only because men did not allow us to have rights and whatnot. And now we do have rights, and we can get an education, and we can have babies if we want to, we can get married if we want to, but we can also choose not to if we want to. Obviously, like I do want to get married someday, and I'm gonna have the beautiful wedding with the beautiful dress and the beautiful ring. But at the end of the day, men are not that special. No offense, like this is not an I hate men episode or like video or whatever. I'm just saying, like, we don't need them. You know the stereotype of the old cat lady, oh, she's alone, she has like 7 cats. Why is that bad? No, like actually think about it. Actually deep hit, yeah. Why is that bad? Cats are loving creatures sometimes. You are in your house by yourself. You have your own house or your own apartment. You can invite your friends over whenever you want. You can travel whenever you want. Why is that bad? I saw this tweet the other day. I'll put it on the screen. It was by a man on Twitter. was my man on Twitter, and he was like, women really be having their own 3-bedroom apartment, degrees, making 6 figures a year, and still have no man. And he was like, Limau, bitch, that's the dream. Are you joking? What, I'm gonna have all that and then a man to disturb me? No. And listen, I'm not saying that men are bad. A lot of them aren't, but a lot of them aren't. What? But a lot of them are. What? I don't know. Okay, time to do my eyeliner. And I like to do a nice cat eye, and I need to focus, so I'm gonna shut up. Oh shit. Fuck. That is not even. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. Okay, I'll fix it. Yay! That is as even as I will get it. Yay! That's kind of good. That is as good as it's gonna get, I think. Yeah, I think I will leave it as that. Man, dating is really hard. It is. And it boggles my mind that my mom at my age was already married with like 2 kids. It's wild. And I'm just like, I still feel like a 15-year-old. I still feel like I can barely like regulate my own emotions. I couldn't imagine trying to regulate the emotions of a child, not to talk of several children. Okay, what do I do next? Now it's time for lashes. And here's the thing, I use a mixture and myriad of lashes. I could not tell you what brand it is, but what I can tell you is that, this is so ugly. They look like this. Don't look too close, okay? They're very thick. It's like thick in one area, thin in the next, thick in one area, thin in the next. And I cut them up just so I can make it look a little bit more like eyelash extensions, like the ones you get done professionally. And yeah, I really like that look, so I'm gonna do that now. On the note of what I was just talking about, on how society really pushes women to see men as the prize. Like, you could be making 50 million a year by the time you're 30. You could have an insanely great company. You could have literally invented the cure to cancer. But if you are a single woman above the age of like 30, 35, you are seen as like not having accomplished anything. And that is so messed up. Like, oh what? Because I plan a party, now I'm valuable to you? Because I can plan a big party and wear a white dress? I saw this article that came out the other day. I think someone did a study about how women are increasing their standards, which is resulting in more lonely men. Like, men are single or something in the highest rates than ever. And I'm just like, okay, what do you want me to do about that? If men are lonelier as a result of women increasing their standards, then there's an easy solution to this. Men can become better. Just become a better person, it's not that hard. So I believe I'm in an era the girlies call a villain era. I am no longer taking bullshit, and I am setting firm boundaries with everyone around me. Because I have come to a point in my life where I'm getting older. Like I said, basically in my mid-20s, I need to be in control of my life. I don't want to look back and be like, oh, I just coasted through life. I will say that is not just towards other people, so it's not just setting boundaries with other people. It is sort of setting boundaries within myself and realizing that no one is going to take care of me the way that I take care of myself. And I have started eating really good, working out super consistently like I've never before, and it's so crazy because I feel so good. It's so much easier to regulate my emotions with that, I don't know what they call it, dopamine endorphin release when you work out. It's nice to know that I am in control. There are so many things that I cannot control. Like, I've just realized just how much debt I'm in. I'm in a lot of debt. I'm in more student debt than I thought I was. I thought I calculated it properly. I didn't. I don't know if you know, but I got my master's degree February this year, and job hunting has been it's been interesting. I will tell you that. Very, very, very stressful. And even through that, even struggling through things like that, it is nice to know that I am at least in control of certain things in my life. Like, I know that I set boundaries with people, and I know that I'm eating healthy, and I know that I'm treating my body well. I am taking care of my body. It is a good feeling. I could let life grab me by the neck and throw me around. And you know what? Life is doing that. Life is doing that. But at least I'm healthy. At least I can control certain things in my life. So this is about the size. Let's I don't know if you can see that. Focus. This is not the size that I cut my lash strips into. Putting them on that way makes it look better. Just gives it a better, like I said, more eyelash extension like look. Also, it happens you didn't glue your lashes properly, or the glue you used wasn't very good, and your lashes start to peel off during the day or during the nighttime. When you put on lashes separately, it's very unlikely that all your lashes are gonna come off. And it's a lot easier to maneuver and deal with like separate lashes than just like one. Okay, if any of my fellow Africans or like child of strict non-Western parents are watching this, isn't it crazy how our parents would be like, no dating, no dating, no dating, no dating, no dating. All of a sudden you graduate uni. Where is your husband? Where is your husband? That's so funny to me. I remember I talked to my mom about this, and I was like, Mom, you didn't allow me to date. All of a sudden you expect me to have a husband. You think one of my male friends is gonna randomly propose to me out of the blue? And she was like, it could happen. Mother, come on. No, it can't. And if that happened to me, I'd probably punch the dude and run away. Like, what do you think this is? We are not in a rom-com. This is real life. Do not propose to me if we haven't talked about it extensively beforehand. Oh, how good does that look already? Come on. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I did that. I did that. One thing that has been on my mind recently that I've kind of been struggling with is the idea of making friends in your 20s. Like once you leave, honestly, even just once you leave high school, making friends just becomes exponentially harder. If you're new here, you probably don't know, but I recently went on medication for depression. It's literally changed my life, and it's also really helped with my social anxiety. It's literally changed my life. Like I find making acquaintances, making small talk when I go to a new event and I'm by myself, most of the time anyways, I don't feel super awkward. I don't feel like a freaking 5-year-old in the playground for the first time. I don't feel like a robot when I am talking to people, and it's made making acquaintances a lot easier. But making friends, that's still gonna be hard, like in your 20s especially, regardless. And like making friends in uni was like hard as hell. Thankfully, a lot of my friends from high school, and I literally don't speak to any of them. I speak to one of them still, but a lot of my friends from my high school, not a lot, maybe like 7 of us, we were in the same friendship group. So we migrated from high school to university, and it made the transition seamless and made it very easy. And I'm thankful for them, but I don't need to be friends with them. And there's no need. It's not necessary. Once you leave high school, you realize, oh, I literally have nothing in common with these people. But I am happy that I did have them when I needed them, when we needed each other. Even at uni, making friends is hard. Like you would make friends in your lectures, in your workshops, whatever. My loud ass fucking neighbor is back. Hold on. You'll talk to them in lectures, seminars, whatever, and you'll think you've made amazing friends, and they are like amazing people. Like you have stuff in common, you can study together, blah, blah, blah. But I found that every single time, once the semester was over, you would not hear from them again. And that made me really sad. Like I remember I was gonna go to a concert, I don't know who, I think it was Post Malone, he came to Perth, and I was gonna go with one of the girls and I was really excited. And then I tried to like organize it, and I could tell she like wasn't into it anymore. So I just let it be. I just let it go. That made me really sad because I met some amazing people, and I still have them on Facebook, and I see like when they get new jobs, when they graduate their new degrees, when they get new boyfriends, but I don't talk to them, and it's really sad. But anyway, so I'm gonna try to line my waterline with this Maybelline Eyestudio. What's this called? Eyeliner. But even then, once you freaking graduate uni, it's like a whole new ball game, and it is so different. Does that look amazing? Yeah. I know it does. I was talking to my friend about this recently. I was mentioning how I find it like it's easy to make like friends, acquaintances, but it's hard to make close friends, and that's what I want. Like I want friends that I can like call at the drop of a hat, and we can go on a spontaneous adventure and go on hikes. Friends that I have like a lot in common with, and I can really be myself. Like that is the thing that I find difficult. I find it hard to go from like the friend/acquaintance stage to the close friend stage. But you know, I am working on it. A huge part of growing up is realizing your faults and working on them, and I'm definitely in a stage of my life of realizing I have a lot of faults. A lot of them I've started working on, and I've been seeing changes in myself, which I really like. I think I'm becoming a kinder person, but I'm also becoming like insanely more stern with people, which I'm really proud of myself for. Like I'm 24 now. I look back to my like 13, 14-year-old self, and It's wild. It's wild the difference. Like, I was not able to talk to anyone. I was the most shy kid you could ever imagine, and I found it really hard to make friends. And like now I can, and like making friends is easier, but it's also harder because it's just one of the things that comes with adulthood. Ooh, how cute does that look? So this is the brow definer. What? Wait, let's see. Oh, that works perfect actually. So I lost my lip liner, so I'm gonna use this Anastasia Beverly Hills brow definer. So when I do this makeup look, I usually go for 2 options, actually 3 options. So I'll put on my brown lip liner, and then I will wear this really dark plum colored lipstick, liquid lipstick. And I think it just looks very deep, it looks very serious, and it really goes with the cat eye. Or I would wear this, which is the Fenty Beauty Heat lip gloss. And it's such a pretty color. It is so beautiful. It's very sheer, but it's like a pretty reddish pinkish color. It's supposed to plump your lips up, which obviously I don't freaking need. So it does give that little tingling of the lips, which I don't like, but the color is too pretty. Like I have to have that in my life. Or I use this MAC Powder Kiss liquid lip color in the shade Devoted to Chili, which is probably my favorite color liquid lipstick that I have. It's such a nice, like, oh, I don't even know this. It's like slightly reddish, slightly orangish, slightly brownish. And I have been looking for this exact color for ages. And you know when you see a lip color on someone who's like lighter skinned than you and you think, oh, it can't look that different on me. And it does. I finally found this one and it is amazing. So thank you, MAC. Is that not the most gorgeous color you've ever seen? Would you look at that? Are you joking? Ah! That's such a cute color. So what I do is I like to let the color sit for a little bit so it can really dry on my lips. And then in a couple minutes, I'll get a tissue and I'll dab it so the color isn't so like in your face. I lived so long without putting any color on my skin. Like I'd never wear blush or lipstick or like colored lipstick, and it just adds another dimension. I love it. I really hope this video has not come across as like depressing. I just realized I didn't put any product in my brows, and I honestly I am gonna put on a little bit. At the end of the day, the point I want to convey here is ensure that dating does not stress you out. If it's stressing you out, maybe like take a step back and work on the things you need to work on, whether it's within yourself or outside yourself, whether it's like a job, your career, blah blah blah. Work on it and then come back, because let me tell you, it's not worth it. Your happiness within is more important than anything else. Someone on TikTok the other day told me that I looked like Beautiful Gorgeous from Jimmy Neutron. Here's what she looks like. So what is the verdict? I thought that was so funny, and honestly, obviously she's a cartoon character. She has like insane proportions, but she is kind of beautiful and gorgeous. So I took it as a compliment. Okay, so I like to do this because now it looks more like a lip stain and less like a lipstick, and I just prefer that look. Okay, what's missing? I then like to put on a little bit of highlight. I don't know when the switch up on highlight happened, but I was never here for it. I put highlight here and here. Last but not least, I like to put on my setting spray, which is almost finished, and it's by Morphe. When I do my makeup like this, I also like to put on nose cuffs, because I don't have piercings on my nose. Nose cuffs, because as you can tell, I like to wear a lot of gold jewelry. I think it really goes with my skin tone. The nose cuffs just add a little something extra. Makes me look like royalty. I'm royalty in here. Now I need to be royalty out here. You know what? I think love is a beautiful thing. I love, but I hate the stress that comes with dating. I hate the stress that comes with reaching that point of love. So while I'm young, I'm just going to enjoy myself, work on myself, get myself established in my career, do all the stuff you do when you're young, also have fun. I'm really just trying my hardest not to stress about dating and all that stuff. Like, dating is supposed to be fun. Don't let it stress you out, seriously. So I'm gonna put this one on. Okay, and I like to wear this evil eye one as well, but I think that's too much. I don't want any color on there. And I'll wear this one. Yeah, boy. The only thing with these nose cuffs is that they will like slip down if you wear them for long enough. Well, maybe I'm wearing it wrong, but when I wear them for long enough, they will slip out of my nose, and trying to adjust them in public literally looks like you're picking your nose. Amazing, amazing. Forehead still big. So this is the look, and I will say, no. It needs more mascara on my bottom lash. Hold on. Brief intermission. So this is my go-to makeup look when I'm going out. It's super glowy, super dewy. I think it's very sexy. I think it's a very sexy look. I think, like, look at me. Do I not look amazing? Be honest. Be honest. I'm kidding. I really like this look. I hope you guys liked it too. But yeah, this is a cute look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked it. If there's any other kind of videos that you want me to make, let me know. Put them in the comments below. Hope you have a lovely, lovely weekend. And I will see you in my next one. Bye!
Jumping out the whip, shit cold. Watching my stepgram froze. Most my days spent alone. Same with my bro, he knows. Gotta pay dues, walking in mud.